Um, Hey guys, Paul Getter, the Internet Marketing Nerd here. I'm here with a couple of my coaching students, and they are in the real estate space. And we're going to be talking about how we are getting leads for realtors, in particular, people that are interested in buying a home. So we're just going to go into this. And like I said, we've got a couple of my coaching students here on this call, Leo and Jamie Wooten. Thanks guys for jumping on here today, and I'm going to start out by sharing my screen, and we're going to go into step by step what we are doing to generate leads and how to qualify them and really get good quality leads. So let me just share my screen here. All right. So first thing that we're going to do here, as you can see, I'm getting leads for $1.99. These type of leads here are more expensive, but it's a different type. I'm doing people that are selling their homes, which, you know, if you're in the real estate market, those are higher value. You're talking about people that are interested in selling their home, maybe distressed home sellers. But on this top line here, you see at $1.99, these are people that are interested in buying a home, maybe moving. So I'm going to go step by step, how we set it up, what it looks like, and then more importantly, one of the aspects that we're going to talk about today is a platform that we integrate with to qualify the leads. So you don't have to have this robust team. You don't have to be stuck on the phone trying to get a hold of these people. Our system will actually begin to communicate with people within 15, 20 seconds. They're getting messages, they're getting connected to someone on a live team that will qualify them, ask them all the questions, and it just really improves the quality of the lead. So let me first of all go into the page here. You guys can see my screen okay?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So
Yep.
this is the page. If you're not familiar with setting up Facebook lead forms, you're going to go into your Facebook page, and you are going to go into the publishing tools area. So the first thing that you have to do is you have to build a Facebook form. And when I say Facebook form, let me explain it this way. It's kind of like the replacement for ClickFunnels. In other words, you can build a funnel on Facebook and you don't have to have ClickFunnels. So it's definitely a cool way to capture leads. So you're going to go into the Facebook leads forms, and you're going to go into your forms library, and you can see here's all the forms that I have set up that are running, and you can see I've done thousands of leads here within this. So when you set up a form, I'm gonna first of all, I'm gonna show you kind of the process of setting up a form. It's very simple. It's like a couple clicks of the button and you have a form set up. So you're gonna go into create, and you going to do a new form, and then so here's your basic settings, and I'll explain this to you. The form type, you have more volume or higher intent. If you do higher intent, it adds kind of a review step that gives people a chance to confirm their information, because what happens is someone will be scrolling through Facebook and they'll see your ad and they click on it, and all of their information will auto-populate. So one of the challenges sometimes with this is they will enter information. The information that auto-populates is simply what is associated with their Facebook page. So it might not be the best email, might not be the best phone number. So if you add higher intent, they actually have to review their information and say, yeah, that's the correct information. Otherwise, it's just going to auto-populate and then send whatever information you have. So I would suggest for stuff like this that you do higher intent, so it makes them verify their information. And then you're going to put when you go into your intro here, so this over here on the right hand side, this is going to be the form that the person sees, and this is where we put it together here on the left hand side. So what you would want to do is upload an image here, and a lot of times what people would do in something like that is a picture of the house that they are doing, or a picture of a realtor, something like that. It doesn't have to be too complicated. And then your headline, and again, so imagine this right hand side here this is just a form that is going to pop up when they click on your ad and they enter the information. So what you could see is a picture of a house and the location, price, and a little bit of information. And then you want to get their email, their name, and I also get the phone number. And so upload your image. You got, first of all, headline here, upload the image in a paragraph, so text about your listing. Questions, you can add a lot of different things if you want. Another thing that we do add is we will ask them how soon do they want to move, 0 to 3 months, 3 to 6 months, 6 months to a year. And I'll show you a completed form after we just review this. And then privacy policy. Facebook will require you to add a link to a privacy policy that maybe it's associated with your website or your client's website, whatever it might be. But you do have to add a URL for privacy policy. Then again, here's the review screen. And so it just simply to pop up, that picture, review your info, and then they have to slide that to submit their information. And then a thank you screen. And then, again, whatever image you want to have there. And thank you, you're all set. And then oftentimes we'll put, a representative will contact you immediately. And then you can say, if you would like to speak to someone now, click the button below. And you can change this to call business and enter a phone number. And so after they enter their information, this can pop up and they can click on that button, and you don't even have to follow up. If the person's really interested, they'll click that button and your phone will start ringing. So if you're a realtor, maybe you want to add in your personal cell phone number, whatever it might be. But again, just a simple thank you headline. Thank you, you're all set. A representative will be contacting you immediately. If you'd like to speak to someone right now, please click the button below, and that's it. So again, you have a basic intro and
Quick question.
questions. Yes.
What do you have any best practices as far as like what headline you put on top of the form? Do you just put the location, or do you reiterate what the?
So let me show you a couple forms that I have that have been performing very well. And let's see. Okay, so so this is a basic one. What's the best email to send your custom list to? Again, this is going to be associated with the ad. So you want your ad and your form to kind of be congruent together, so it makes sense. So when I show you the ad for this form, you'll kind of understand it a little bit better. But mine's just, what's the best email to send your custom list to? Let us help you get into the home of your dreams. Our team works to get you the best deal, cheaper than renting. And then again, like I said, basic information. So there's one form that has worked really good, just a picture of a house, and then asking for their information. Let me see. I think I have another one here. me see. Yeah, it's the same one. I apologize for my dogs in the background. They are guarding the house. uh, let's see. Yeah, I think it's, oh, so here's another one that kind of helps people out, and it might appeal to a broader audience. What's the best email to send your custom list to? And then you good credit, bad credit, cheaper than renting, zero down specials. You know, so kind of think of these are the things that are going to appeal to the potential buyers, uh, like the highlights of the homes. Um, for example, good school areas. But the headline that I do is what's the best email to send your custom list to? Because what you want to do is you kind of want to do something that, hey, we've got some specials in your area. You want to check them out. The person clicks on this, you know that they are interested in buying in some capacity. So it's a basic form, and you know, I think when it comes down to it, you want to have your ad kind of look and fit, mesh together good with your form. So you know, that information. So this is what the person is going to see when they click on it. This is going to pop up, and you can see how soon do you plan on moving, and this information populates, and then they just click next and they're ready to go. Make sense?
Makes sense.
Okay. So
Can you give me a glance at the one that you got way at the bottom?
this one,
Yeah.
oh, with the 2000, it's the same.
It's the same one? Okay.
Same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can see we got over 2,000 leads with this simple ad. Now, when I go into the ads, I'll show you that I'm getting leads for $2 for a lead. So I think that
So
beats the Zillow anytime.
so are you like when you're targeting? Are you targeting a direct area? Is that how
Yeah. So
you got that many leads?
yeah. So let's go into the ad, and I'll show you the ads. Uh, so now, so here's something that you have to understand, and you can kind of see at the top here that Facebook has changed some of their guidelines when
Yeah.
it comes to setting up ads. In particular, you know, it's whether for credit, for employment, for housing. So this falls into the category of housing. So they have limited the amount of targeting that you can do, but I've got ads running that have been uh, they haven't been changed to comply to the new policy, where they removed some of the targeting variables. So I have ads running like that, and then I have ads that are running that are compliant, and there really hasn't been a change in my pricing or anything like that. So let me show you this ad right here. As you can see, I'm getting leads for $1.99 per form, and we will go into it, and I'll show you. As you can see, this one is compliant because I'm creating a campaign for ads in a special ad category, and it's a housing ad. So this is what the ad looks like. Is I am targeting the city where I want to get the leads. And then I'm doing a 15-mile radius. Now, Facebook, you used to be able to change the age and the gender, but now you can't do that anymore, just because of, again, the changes in Facebook policy. But again, it hasn't affected me when it comes to that. So it's fine. Don't get stressed out about it. You know, people are like, oh man, Facebook's changing this. We're not going to be able to do this anymore. It hasn't changed anything. Our system that qualifies the lead is that's the secret sauce that it will really help you in getting the leads. So my targeting for it is Trulia and Zillow. So in other words, I am targeting people that have an interest or visited or clicked on ads or had some type of engagement with Trulia or Zillow. Facebook tracks, people's behaviors and actions online. And so it's going to tell me, okay, this target audience, they have engaged or somehow have stated interest in Trulia or Zillow, which again, those are great audiences for potential home sellers and home buyers. So that's the simple breakdown of my targeting. So when you look at it, I'm just doing the city, 15-mile radius, and my interest is truly Zillow and Zillow. Really can't do much in addition to that, because of the restrictions Facebook has on it. So let me go into what the ad itself looks like. And this is kind of, this is an ad that we've used time and time again, and it does really good. Let's go into this. And so what we do is, first of all, we call out the city that we're doing. Attention, and this is the name of the city or the counties. Did you know you can get into a new construction home with little to no money down? It's true, become a homeowner for less than the price of rent. And so obviously this appeals to a certain segment. It appeals to certain offers that are available for lenders, maybe potentially first-time home buyers. And obviously, when you look into this, you have to have an offer that is supported in your area. This particular area that we're working with, this ad has been converting great. And so not only does it do well for leads, but it also does well on the back end for the realtors, for the lenders. So that's what it looks like. We got a picture of a nice house, and then our primary text there, our headline is new homes for less than rent for zero down. And as you can see, we've got tremendous amount of engagement on it. So here's the full text. It's true, become a homeowner for less than the price of rent. Again, call out the cities or the county name are one of the hottest, most desirable areas to live with A-rated schools. These homes don't stay on the market long. Click sign up to see if you qualify for a new home for zero money down. Again, and you can simply tweak stuff like this with low down, or again, just think of it that you want to appeal. Sometimes we do rent to own type specials. Sometimes you can just, as simple as put the picture of the home you have for sale, picture of the home, and say we've done things like private invitation to open house. So just be creative. Think of it this way: if you're doing an ad on a flyer, what type of headlines are you going to use for that? It doesn't have to be too complicated. I think that sometimes the problem when people do this is they try to make it too complicated. It doesn't have to be too complicated. If someone is looking to buy a home, you can put a home for sale. Here's the area, and you're going to get leads from it. One of the things that I've noticed is if you are in a bigger population, the leads are going to be cheaper. If you're in like, I don't know, Podunk, Tennessee, and there's a population of 5,000 and you try to run ads there, it's going to be tough to get leads because there's not going to be a large enough targeted audience. So if you can target large cities, we're here in Florida, so if you can target like Miami, you can target Orlando, Tampa, big cities, then there's a huge population there and you will get leads very cheap. And you don't have to do a whole lot per day. Think of it, I'm getting leads there for $1.99. So at $10 a day, I'm getting 5 leads. So that's fantastic. So okay, next step. These leads come in, and what happens with these leads, if you just leave it like this, they're going to be stored in Facebook, and you'll see here, for example, that you can go to these leads and you can download them here. But really, that's not the best way to do it. Is you want these leads to not be stored on Facebook, but you want them to go into a platform, whether it's a CRM. You can integrate it into a CRM system. You can integrate it into a just some people use a platform called Zapier. Those leads come in and they are sent to an email, and you just get an email when the leads come in. And that how you use those leads, how they are sent over. You have several different options on what you can do with it. But what we do is we integrate with this platform right here. This is the juice. We are partnered with them, and the name of the site is called Hire Ava. Hire Ava, AIVA. And it's a simple platform. Really, they do everything for you. If you do what I just told you to do, you set up the forms and you set up the ads, you're ready to go. Then you set up an account with Hire Ava, and they will jump on the phone with you. They'll talk to you, and they will show you step by step how you integrate your Facebook form and your ads into their platform. And what this does is when the leads come in, someone fills out a form, within 20 seconds, they are getting a response where they'll say, hey, thank you for filling out the form. Tell us more about what you're looking for. And then a conversation starts where the person says, hey, I'm looking for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath in, Tampa Bay area. And then they respond, okay, that's great. Is there a price range that you are looking for? Yeah, I want to spend around $300,000. Fantastic. Have you talked to a lender? And it has a conversation, and you can see that conversation go. They will supply an app that you install on your phone, and you can see that entire conversation. It's a mixture between AI and a live person that, instead of, when the leads come in, you trying to call them, you trying to text them, you might be busy doing what you normally do. So they are going to follow up with the leads for you. And then if they get to a point in the conversation where the person says, yeah, I'm really interested, you get a notification on your phone that says hot lead. And then you just click on that button and you're on the phone with that person. So it's like you have a team that is following up these leads for you. If a person does it at 2 o'clock in the morning, guess what? They're getting a text message. They're getting a response. So it's a 24/7 service that is always active, always live. And not only that, for 10 days, it will consistently follow up with these leads. So if a person doesn't respond, it'll say, hey, are you still interested in looking at a home? Are you still interested? And so for 10 days, it will continue a conversation, and it kind of nurtures them and stays connected with them. So as you can see here, it says powered by real people. It converts real estate leads for you 24/7 within 2 minutes. This 2 minutes, they're being very conservative about it because it's within 20 seconds. Within 20 seconds, these people are, and like I said, it's a mixture between an autoresponder, but it is supported by real people. So if a person says, ask a question, they can respond to them in an intelligent way. So it's not just some automated bot that can kind of break down in communication. It's a real live person supported. So that's kind of a step-by-step. What we do is you set up a form, set up your ad, and then you integrate into Hire Ava. And we have seen the quality of leads have just went through the roof by integrating with Hire Ava. And relatively inexpensive if you want to use this service. Again, I'm partners with them. You can reach out to me. We can set up an account for you. And the cool thing about working with me and integrating into having us set up an account for you is we get thousands of leads and we run big stuff. So Hire Ava likes us and they give us good rates, and we always pass that down to those that are partnered with us. So, but again, for the pricing, it is well worth the investment. So, you guys got any questions? All right, we'll talk to you later. Have a great day. So they're just like in awe, like, whoa. So
we're just trying to get the leads. How soon does it start to aggregate or gain traction? The leads. Is it after 2 weeks, a month, that you're starting to see kind of more consistent amount that you could say, okay, this is it's honing down on the audience in that particular city?
Yeah, so I think, like I said, with the population, that's the big factor. In a good sized population, I've seen good leads come in within 48 hours, where it's like good stuff. 48 hours. Leads coming in, and depending on how tight your offer is, like if you've got a specific house that you want to sell, and this house is $500,000 and it's in this area, then obviously you're going to have a higher price lead, and because you're going to limit, your audience is shrinking down the tighter you make that offer. Like we do stuff for homes that are $5 and $6 million, and our cost per lead is significantly higher in homes like that, even in big cities, because there's a very small percentage of people that can afford a home in $6 million. So I've got a small.
But your return is still really good.
Yeah, bigger returns. So yeah, that's the way you have to look at it. Is okay. The ad set that I showed you that we use, it's targeted a broad audience. It's basically people that want to get out of the trap of renting, and they want to get into a home. Maybe they're first time home buyers. Maybe maybe they've been renting for a while and they're looking. So it has like a really broad appeal, and I think that's a part of it that makes it cheaper on the lead. So you can put several listings up, maybe various price ranges, and kind of test and see what works best.
Question. Yeah. And are you doing anything with the higher end homes as far as targeting? Are you including anything else other than Trulia and Zillow, like some higher end products like Louis or whatever?
No, we haven't done that. But what we have seen is if you target people within a certain zip code, that there are zip codes that have higher net worth people in it. So based upon the zip code, you're going to kind of get that audience. Again, Facebook, you used to be able to
15 miles out now.
Yeah. So it's limited. So it's kind of like you let the ad speak for itself. In high-end property, you're going to say, this is the price.
Okay, so you're going to be upfront and
you're going to be. It's a $6 million property.
filter themselves out.
Yeah, and so it's kind of like, you know, if you can't afford a $6 million property, don't be clicking on my ad. So, yeah.
So you set up the ad the same way if you're looking for sellers,
For,
or do you,
okay.
or how do you change it?
Okay, so if we're looking for home sellers, you're going to approach it a little bit differently. What I would do in a home seller, I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. For a home seller lead, we would do a couple different things that you can do. We have a picture of a house that is, you know, distressed in rough shape, and then would say something like, well, let me show you. I'm going to conclude this session, and then I'm going to show my students here home seller leads, how we generate home seller leads. If that's something that you're interested in, if you want to learn how to get home seller leads, just send me a message, just connect with us, email us, whatever you need to do, and we can show you step by step on how to get home seller leads. So hope this little session has been helpful for you guys. You have a great day. Paul Getter, the Internet Marketing Nerd. Have a great day.